Hey you guys, so I've been meaning to make this video. I talked about it on the live, but I haven't made a video about it. So I took myself off of the kidney transplant list, and here's why. Yes, you heard right. I took myself off of the list. Now I know when people's kidneys go out, the first thing you think is get a transplant, get a transplant. You got to get on the list. Got to get on the list. I'm really working hard to get on the list, and I didn't realize that it was so hard for people to get on the list until I got on TikTok, because I've never had an issue with getting on the list, but I have learned, I've educated myself being on here that there are certain barriers that other people face, be it like, financial, or like, with your weight, or pre-existing conditions, or, you age out, or you just feel like your dialysis center, or, people are being like roadblocks and making the list seem like it's an unattainable thing, which I feel like that is very sad, by the way. So why I took myself off the list. Okay, so for those of you who are new here, and for those of you who already know, I've already had 2 kidney transplants. Now, when you have your first kidney transplant, you put your name on the list. They call you for the kidney. You go get it. Hopefully you ride off into the sunset with not having a lot of rejections, and that's what happened when I had my first one. Even though it tried to reject 3 months after I got it, I was able to keep it 6 months. But then when I had my second transplant, by that kidney rejecting and me having it removed, I built up a lot of antibodies. So in order to get the second transplant, I needed to be treated and desensitized with those high-powered medications, which are cancer meds, in order for me to get the second transplant. But what I didn't realize is after the second transplant, I would have to keep getting those meds. It would like be an ongoing thing, which I did for the entire 3 years. I had the kidney until it rejected. It's kind of like I never really got off the ground and had these long periods of wellness. I always needed to be treated with IVs. So I've been back on dialysis since 2014, and I have been back on the list probably since maybe 2016. But what I did is, you go to the top of the list because of 2 things: your antibody numbers, which is your PRA, and your years on dialysis. And because of both of those things, I was at the top. But I was dragging my feet because I didn't want to be desensitized. And now that I'm on PD, I don't have access. So they would have had to put a line in my chest and just do all these different things. So my treatment plan has changed about 3 times, maybe 2 or 3 times. And I would need it to be treated 6 months. So I would need to get maybe, I think it was 3 rounds of plasmapheresis, a daratumumab IV once a month for 6 months. And then I would also have to get 3 rounds of IVIG. But I would have to get some back in my chest, and it wouldn't have been over. I would have got a transplant, and then I would have to keep doing that. Now, how we know that it's going to work better than it did the last time? We don't know, but I'm on PD, and I'm doing great. So I made the choice to take myself off the list because I didn't want to go through the treatments that I did before. Also, they kind of gave me an ultimatum, if you will. Ultimatum was kind of like, hey, in order for you to keep your place on the list and, stay where you are, you got to do at least 1 round of treatment. And the round of treatment was all the stuff that I just named. So it's not like 1 IV, no. You got to get in the first. All of that I named is 1 round. So you got to agree, get the line put in, and at least do 1 round of that to stay up at the top of the list. So that's 6 months of my life I wasn't ready to ready to do all that with. And you know, transplants are like really a lot. It's going to require a lot from you. And I already know I'm not ready to put in that level of work. I'm enjoying my life and I like to keep enjoying it, but it's going to be done at this level. Now, if PD stops working or if my situation changes, I will get back on the list and I'll go straight right back up to the top. So that's why it's just imperative for me to stay on top of my labs, make sure everything still looks good. And, you know, that's why I'm always posting my labs because I'm working hard to keep that potassium and that creatinine, the potassium and that phosphorus in the threes, because, you know, what we don't want to lose is bone density and we don't need nothing else happening um, than the usual suspects. So, yeah, I took myself off of the transplant list. You heard it here first. So, yeah, just in case you are wondering why, that's why. So, yeah.